I got this fancy looking bloody squiggly line. Now, yeah, buddy. But we're looking pretty turbo-y. Pretty turbo-y. The bung on, looks pretty good. For a hood, that's not gonna stay, and it's temporary. And it actually... Alright, we are bloody back on the AU turbo kit. So, firstly, I've all my piping for the wastegate screamer type thing, which is going to come out the hood. The exhaust, which is going to come out the hood, basically it's just going to wrap back and up. I probably didn't need a meter pipe, I've now looked, but we have it, so if I need it, I got it. I already have some bloody 4-inch meter pipe left over, but we have it. The only thing I don't have here is the wastegate itself, because I was meant to go get one yesterday, but old mate just decided to stop responding. So yeah, we can't do that. But anyway, we can do the exhaust, because if I get the exhaust mocked up anyway, I can figure out where I can put the wastegate once it comes. So yeah, it's been a little bit. It was going like weekly videos, and then all of a sudden we missed a month, and now we've missed another probably month. But life has gotten in the way. The FG somewhere back there, I've had some issues with concentric slaves and some stuff. I've been fixing that, and that's taken money, and yeah, it's unfortunate because stuff started going uphill. Started getting with more subs and it started doing something, but then we failed because life. That's right. That's why you should like, comment, subscribe and do all that stuff, because we can keep boosting things to make things boosted and more projects and more fun stuff, because there's a lot of fun stuff that's coming and that will be coming, and that kind of is here. But once this one's done, then we got the drift Hilux, which I got to start making tube front ends, MX5 rear bloody subframe, Sylvia front subframe, bunch of fun stuff. The truck, I did say I was gonna put bloody I was gonna convert it to a 4-wheel drive, but I'm second guessing myself now, because I'm like, I want to, it'll be cool, but 4-wheel drive is getting defected, then even if it's engineered, it's gonna get defected and it's gonna be drama, so I'm probably just gonna come and 6BT swap it, make it a hectic tow rig. But yeah, well, oh yeah, this one, the FJ, that should be pushing like 600-700 horsepower very soon, so we got that build coming. Everything, pretty much everything but the pistons and rods and crank, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll see how we go. But this one, we're going to start doing the exhaust. So the plan is quite literally, I've obviously got stainless flange. Haven't even tested if it's the right one yet. It's the right one. Stainless flange. I don't know why I've gone 4-inch. I kind of just got carried away with ordering 4-inch. Probably could have done 3-inch, but we're here now. Then it's going to just have a 3 to 4-inch, a 45 or a slight 45, and then basically up. When I was kind of ordering everything, like I said, I was getting carried away, and I kind of just ordered stuff that I thought I needed. I don't actually think I need all this. Like, I don't need the meter pipe, because we're not really going anywhere. Like, by the time I slap on the 45, we're already there. I can basically just turn it up, and we're fairly far back, so I'll see how that goes. And then the wastegate will probably come off. I don't know if I have the room right here, so it may be like a bit here, and then the screamer will kind of hopefully follow the exhaust pipe and come out right next to it. Hole in the hood. Yeah, but I didn't think about how far back I am, so I'm going to be pretty far back. So there's a chance it may just be like 3-inch, slight 45, like cut this 45 down dramatically so it's just a small little pie cut type thing, and then 90 out the hood. But I'll start mocking this stuff up. Mocking, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm tired. I gotta weld this. to this first up, because I can't really trim this. This is quite literally just a cone. So I'm just gonna weld this to this, and then figure out some pipes. I really need a bandsaw to cut this stuff, because you need that nice cut to stainless. But yeah, we got the hair tie trick and a grinder, and then just try and make it look good. Oh, we're making progress. We're getting there. This thing doesn't ultimately have too much left, which is good. Oh, if you saw last video, the manifold, because I kind of did make it like too far, not too far down, but like the pipe's too far down. I did trim the engine mount slightly, so now I do sit perfectly on the block, and we're good. We are, though, extremely close. You won't say, but extremely close to the engine mount. These are quite tight, but it is fully welded, which you'll see when I do the wastegate. These top welds, I am very impressed with myself. They came out so nice. Some of the welds came out pretty good, could be better, but for someone who has never done much TIG welding, it's pretty nice. So, let's figure out this exhaust. So in the matter of tacking the flange and the thingo, we got a wastegate. Bloody $100, brand new tail, however you say it, wastegate. But notice the issue. This is the 38mm wastegate. These are 38mm tile wastegate flanges that I bought from, I don't know where, somewhere, that specified they were for this wastegate even. That don't line up. The holes do not line up. It's not nice, but right here. So we've got the bloody 3 to 4 inch welded. Again, this camera doesn't show it, but the welds are alright. They did oxidize a fair bit, and obviously I ain't back purging. I don't have that whole setup. It's a bit more expensive, and look, we're on a budget. So we've welded it. It's oxidized. I'm upset, but she'll be right. I've been practicing for like a whole day on normal pipe, and I think I've got it better with less oxidization. But anyway, this one can now. Oh yeah, it did slightly warp to it and bolted, so belt sander will sort that situation out. So this now can go on here, and now we've got to figure out all this piping, which, like I was saying, the 45 is probably going to need to be trimmed a lot shorter, so it can basically be a small kick off, because that's going way too far out. So if I basically trim that like to half of it, I should be able to get to there, and then probably with the old bloody 90, we'll do a similar thing and cut it to like as short as possible, and that should basically just be able to kick up. Don't really need the straight, but yeah, I'm gonna figure out some things, probably chop some things, and we'll see where we go. I have ordered the new flanges, because yeah, like I was saying, these are that fucking wrong. So right, so we got my first cut just with the grinder. It's pretty close. I'm gonna try to clean it up with, I don't know, something. But if I maybe there, you may be able to say, but so can you see? So this pipe goes kind of there, and then even if I cut this one shorter to make it fit, I'm hitting the firewall. So I may need to try cut the 45 again as short as possible, and cut this as short as possible. So maybe, just maybe, but I don't really know. We're pretty damn tight. Yeah, I don't know. Figure something out. So, as always, you've got to show the tubebackr. Here's what I've come up with. I've trimmed this down a tiny little bit. How do I show you this shit again? Alright, well, maybe on here. Oh. Yep. I've grinded the shit out of these to make them straight, as straight as I can. Like the joints, they're pretty good. I just got to clean them up a little bit, because I'll make them real good. But ultimately, if I can get it to how I just had it, it'll be something like that. Oh. Something like that. Not bad. Nice and pretty dumb. And then I'll have an O2 sensor down the bottom, like somewhere here. basically as far away from the exit as I can so it doesn't fuck with my air fuel. But I'm gonna keep cleaning these up, get these as bloody flat as I can, and we'll make some lines and tack them all together. So I've spent some time, basically with a marker, a straight bit of a pipe, I put it on, anywhere there was a gap, I marked it, grinded it back, and then basically just sat here for a while with a bloody orbital sander. It's not the right thing for it, and just kind of kept touching it up. I have got it, all of them, pretty fucking damn good. So, I'm gonna put a slight bevel on these, put them back in the car, and as I did with the turbo manifold, if you watch that video, basically just make a little mark and a line for the angle I need it to go, take it out, tack it together, weld it together, pray for the fucking best. Let's do it. Also, like I was saying, no back purging. I'm not great at... Well, I've got toe strokes in the background now. I'm not great at the whole bloody, the whole TIG welding stainless with no back purging in general. So this, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to make this look. I literally spent a long time today practicing really, some welds. We got some decent ones. Again, camera don't show. Like some fairly few of them when I was practicing and trying to remember how to do it, are fairly oxidized. We got a fair few, which is some good colors. Basically, I think I'm just putting too much heat into it, so I gotta move faster. And I got a fair few that went pretty good. So, I basically just gotta do that again on the actual pipe and pray to make it look good. Oh, faith. Fingers crossed. It's a shame I can't back purge because, again, all that stuff's just extra money which I don't have. Hence I'm using a grinder and a fucking orbital sander to make my joints nice. I wish I had a bandsaw and a proper belt sander, but I don't. I wish I had back purging stuff, but I don't. So we're making do. That's basically been this whole car. Is make do and make something essentially on a budget. Most of the stuff's Facebook Marketplace, other than the head build, that was all brand new. But we're doing it on a budget, which does show you can do it. Well, I don't know yet because I haven't started it. But yeah, fingers be crossed. This thing's coming out pretty good, and if I can make these pipes look pretty, and the wastegate and the screamer look pretty, it'll be nice. Then we just got intercooler and some other basic stuff like I was saying, and we are damn bloody close. This thing is going to be fun. As I've mentioned, as the title says, it's going to be a burnout car for a bit. Long run, I want it to be a drift car because I love drifting, and now that I spend so much time into it and it's kind of set up for a drift car in a way. Yeah, it's eventually going to be a drift car. So once I manual swap it eventually in the future, that's why it's a burnout car now because it's auto. Yeah. The rims, you may have seen in the last video, I polished it. They're going to be going on spacers. We're doing custom wide body. The rear's dumped. We're going rabbit hole with mine, and if you want to watch the past stuff or interested in the future stuff, like I said before, like, comment, subscribe. We've got some fun stuff coming. That's the polish rim. We got some real fun stuff coming. I've already rattled them off. We got bloody 700 plus horsepower FG. The truck, probably 6BT coming to swap tow rig now. That's the drift Hilux chassis, comes over there. There's also the Patrol, which is V8 swap, which will get some stuff into it. There's lots of fun stuff. So, but if you like, comment, subscribe, I will not disappoint. Anyway, I'll get back to this one. We're gonna prep some pipes, as in chamfer them, mark where to tack them, yada 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 yada. Here we are, tacked together. Tack's pretty good. This one got a bit fucked up. Don't know what happened. I kind of missed it, and then touched it with the glove. I belted the glove, but we'll clean that up. But all these tacks pretty good. I got this fancy looking bloody squiggly line. Now, my first concern is, am I going to be able to get it on with how close I am to the foam? Did I also weld it the right way? Which doesn't look like I did, but I matched my lines. Did I match them the wrong way? This pipe's the wrong way. This pipe was meant to go to the other. Fuck, I gotta cut my tacks and do it again. Cause yeah, that's not what it was meant to do. Fuck, this pipe, the middle one, was meant to be going the other way for the 45. Well, fuck, alright. Well, we're back together. We got extra bloody cactus now, which hopefully I can just kind of weld over. It looks good. But, like I'm saying, I hope I can still get it on with hitting the firewall. I know I will have to chop these studs short because they are a bit long, but yeah, buddy. And that will obviously sit tighter, so I've got a little bit of clearance at the back. Yeah, buddy. Now I've got to weld the whole thing and try and make it look pretty. Yeah. And we're welded. I'm gonna remind you all, I'm not a professional. I'm just trying to learn. It's not perfect, but all in all, I'll show you the worst ones first. The light, the camera, yeah, light. We got some shittiness here. That's mainly because the fit up. There was this slight step in it, but the top one is far better. I can't do this camera and all this bloody lighting and stuff. Ultimately, it's really not that bad. I'm kind of happy. I wasn't expecting to be able to do anything that was too great, but on my first time kind of doing any type of stainless pipe other than the truck exhaust, but trying to do it properly is alright. Like, there's some signs of good hope here, which is nice. Alright, we've got the welded pipe, and the good thing is you can see some of the good welds where it's showing other than this splodginess. But hood dump almost done. I got the weld on bung coming as well. So like I was saying, I'm gonna weld it kind of on the bottom here, closer to the turbo side, so it's further away from the exit. Because yeah, hood dump's not the best, honestly. You kind of between compression strokes, it sucks in some air, and it throws out AFRs and all that shenanigans. But I always wanted to do it, and like, don't mind the pod filter here, it won't be there. But it just kind of looks cool, especially when there's a screamer next to it, and then it's just blowing fucking flames out the screamer, blowing flames out the bloody exhaust. But yeah, we've got a yeah. Anyway, I'm just kind of mesmerised by my work. I'm not gonna lie. It's not the best, but like, I did a bloody manifold. I did a bloody stainless exhaust. I poured a turbo there. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, so from the good old AFI hardware. Well, this is awkward, isn't it? I've got some flanges and no two bung. Got one mild steel, one stainless, because screamer pipe, manifold. Now, the thing is you've got to fit the wastegate. Let's check. I can already say just by looking at them, they're different. I don't know why the tyre wastegate is not a tyre wastegate, but that is correct.
that is essentially the outlet, which just confirming. You know what I mean? Yeah, the laser cutting is definitely a bit dodge, but if it's, and that's the unit. That one's right. So, we got the pipe, well, we're not welded on, just 2 bolts out of corner. I'm either going to chop these studs, or just buy a new stud kit, so they're shorter, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Apparently, the warpage, once I actually put the bolts on and tightened it, really isn't that bad, which is interesting. But I'm still gonna probably belt sand it. But anyway, we got our Wastegate, 2 rounded bolts in there. Again, I'll probably end up tapping the flange and just putting bolts in. But don't know how I'm gonna record this. Basically, if I put a camera fucking somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Same as bloody always. Pipe fitting somewhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. I'll probably put it on the back side. Apparently a 90's too much, so how's a 45? Basically, yeah, it's too little. So between a 90 and a 45 or bloody something. But basically, this is gonna be a pipe and make it sit probably somewhere here-ish. Then with that wastegate, then it's just gonna kick up and the screamer's just gonna follow the exhaust and come out straight next to it. And I'm gonna cut a bloody hole. So this, basically gonna figure out where I need it, what I need to do it, tack the pipe to this, or we'll mark it on the header first, tack the pipe to this, figure out exactly where it is, cut a hole, put a pipe. You'll see. But yeah, something like that. Right, so I got a little 45, 90, whoop. This is literally, if I did this right, I'm pretty sure it went maybe the other way? I don't remember. Yeah, that way? I don't remember. Anyway, that goes on. Wastegate goes on that, like that. Just gotta basically put that on, mark it with a marker on where I need to weld that. Then once I do that, basically, just gonna hold the pipe on. Ooh, it's still hot. Hold the pipe on, trace a circle around this, and then figure out how to cut a hole. Something like that. Alright, so I got my circle marked on a hole saw. And a drill that, like, sometimes works, which is pretty cool. It's just fully not working now, at least it could be an issue. But, I don't know how sharp or blunt this hole saw is, but we're basically just gonna, yeah, try drill it and hope that we get the right spot. Well, this hole saw, it's definitely cooked, and so is this drill. You ready? Doesn't work? Works. You just gotta like flick it into gear sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't work. You just gotta like hand crank it and it'll work. I don't know what's happened to my drill. Bit of a stitch up. Hole saw cooked, but we're making some progress. So I'm just gonna keep bloody going. I have a hole. It ain't pretty. It got attacked by a grinder, but I'll probably still keep cleaning it up a bit, the Dremel. It will do exactly what I need it to do. And then just weld around it. I may have to kind of try and notch the pipe to fix this little hole here when I do it, or just fill it with weld, which, yeah, I'll probably notch the pipe. But that was a nightmare. Nothing works. And yeah, but it's gonna do what it needs to do. That's all that matters. Right, we're back inside. We're on the table. Well, actually, I think we're inside on the last bit. There's water. Oh no, it's just around. Yeah, anyway, we got the hole, the interesting hole, bolted this all up, because I can do the rest of it on this. Now that I know where this is, now I've got clearance, I can figure this out, figure out the notch, weld this in, get it to the right spot for the turbo, the screamer, that can get welded in, and then we're good. So basically, same old, the hole. I'm just gonna basically scribe this around the hole and then notch this and everything. I hope, because I didn't accumulate for it to go on in a bit, I'm still gonna clear here, be able to get the bolt and everything, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Alright, so I just got a little 5mm plate. Look, it's probably not good enough, but it should make it a bit better. I just bolted through it. Go and put this in the bench vise, weld this up, and then we'll keep moving, tagging this on here. Pipe, this is done. And then, I think I'll add it in this video, the cut into the hood. So, last night, this is where we got to. Wastegate tacked on down here, screamer tacked on. I was gonna go like dead center, and I don't know, I thought about it, maybe like a little bit offset and further forward would be alright. I don't know like where it's gonna be exactly on the hood if it'll look good, but I'll end up chopping this same height as this. I think this is actually going to be relatively close to just out the hood, so this may be the height, but on that one's to chop the hood. So now, it'll be basically, got to unbolt, weld this whole thing, cut this thing, weld this thing. Essentially, this is done. And we go put it in the car, and we do our fancy way of, not under the car, on the car, of making holes for, if I fuck my holes, it'll be annoying. But as I mentioned, I'll be changing the hood, be changing everything to Fairlane or Fairmont. Not sure which one yet. Not sure which one's which anymore. But one of them.
All my life I've been with intellect, but the flow is like incest with degenerates. Fucking stupid and fine of interest as I interject. I moonwalk in my boots, footsteps when I'm on set. Smooth predator boarding the mothership of conquest, cause I'm next. I'm sorry if I'm too witty and a screw loose, so try to fix something to do with me as I cruise the beat with fluency of what's true to be. And truthfully, I miss the way that it used to be. You say you gifted, had to prove it, beat. Set a date, step up to the plate and seize opportunity. Let the viewers of the music see me pay hip-hop gratuity as I chew the beat, influencing UMCs with microphone fever. Married to the game with little intention to leave her, as long as she act right and not like a diva. A little less Cardi B and a lot more Aaliyah. We'll see, huh? Sickened by this renaissance of skeezers. Shit is not for me, bruh. Yeah, I wanna hit through some speakers, playing in some kick songs to sneakers. You did? I'm going through the days where people test my gangster just for a reaction. If I ain't getting paid or recording music, please don't blow my high. Roll another J and get ready to witness the main attraction. Nothing left to say, I'ma leave it all right here, but I'm just rapping. Starry skies leave me sorry I didn't do what I gotta do to make sure we fortified as a unit, but don't leave me mortified.
Oh, right. The screamer has been screamed. So, again, I'm going to keep showing this because the camera is not going to do justice. That's hot. Do you like my glove? It's learning to TIG weld. I did some things. But anyway, the bottom one came out pretty good. Again, you not really see. If you follow me Instagram, you may be able to see some of it, but pretty good. The top one, I've done some good stuff. There's some pretty good, decent welds on that. It's alright, keep losing the camera. This side got a bit clunky, but other than that, we've done alright, which is good. Obviously, no back purging, so inside's not great. But, that is the screamer has been welded. And I'm kind of happy with that one. So, now, last thing of this old weldy weld into weld is weld this to this, which yeah, that's gonna be a bit of fun. But once we get that done, then we bolt it all back together, we see what it looks like. I'm tempted because the screamer is right next to the exhaust and like touching it, and it's literally like what, here and here. I'm tempted to just literally like, now what's this? Run a little weld between the two to hold them together and like make them look, that one's real pretty. To hold them together
so they don't like rattle with each other. I could just like make a little brace, but I think I can literally just unbolt them both at once, so I may just kind of weld them together. But let's weld this and it's done. Well, not done, but done. I will sand this all back and I will paint it. I would love a nice shiny colour. Could have done it out of stainless, but I don't know how to do stainless well enough. As you can see, can't back purge, all that shit. So this is going to get painted. But weld this, bolt everything back together, and then not tonight because it's dark as shit and the light outside isn't great. But then cut the holes in the hood, and that's it for this one. But now let's get this done. Right, I just got distracted for a good couple hours talking to someone about AUs and random shit because you can't get my dough bar. But we're on. We're doing different angles, but I can probably just grind it back flush and make it better. But we're on. This weld actually looks pretty good. I'm actually very happy with this bit here. Just this little bit here. But when I say I was going to weld these together to stop vibrations, literally, I can't. They're not touching. They're just so short and bolted that it doesn't matter. And like these bolts aren't even properly done. So that's going to be alright. So for this, that's a bloody wrap. Now, we just got to get in the car and cut the fucking wood, mate. Right, I'm back. It's been the weekend, I was away, but now to finish this. So, I think I said at the end of the last kind of bit I recorded that now this can go in the car. Oh, but I've got O2 port. It has to go down here. Which? O2 port. So, I gotta check through my random bolts box to see if I have, I believe it's an M18 by 1.5. If not, I'm just gonna get an old sensor and screw it in there so it doesn't warp and everything. It is the wrong one. It fits this one, but it's the wrong size. So that's alright. I'm just gonna basically grind it to make it fit better. Take this off, drill a hole, weld it on, boom, 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 done, done, done. This then goes on car. Alright, O2 sensor bung on, looks pretty good. Again, if you want to see what this looks like a little bit clearer, go look at my Instagram. It's tagged on the screen now. It's not all perfect, but it's coming out pretty good. So, this can now get bolted on, and we can cut some holes in a hood. So firstly, I've got some cardboard. While it's here and easy, I'm literally just going to put it on top, trace it, cut the hole with a knife. Then we will bring the whole thing to the car. So we have our hole cut out. So that could be a bit tight because obviously the hood still needs to close and it has come around. But when we trace it and we die grind, or in my case, Dremel, because I don't have a die grinder, we can sort of perfect and get it better. But now we got to unbolt, go to the car, bolt the whole system back up. So basically we got the cardboard piece just taped to the fender, or where the fender's meant to be, and then this can lift up. I can close the hood, drop it down, mark the hole. Nice and simple. So now that I've got this on, I'm probably going to add a little bit extra tape just to make sure that it doesn't move. Then I'm going to unbolt the screamer, unbolt the exhaust, drop the hood down, mark it, cut it. Yeah. Right. I'm starting to think I should have done this with the fender on, because this gap's now going to be very different. But I'm hoping it's close enough. Because this now, yeah, it's probably a little bit further over than this is saying. But, yeah, hopefully not enough. Anyway, I'm going to tape up this section, mark it, drill it, jigsaw it, pray for the best.
2 holes. Now we hope, this is about where the exhaust is going to be, and when I trim the suit. This Dremel ain't doing shit, so I don't really know how I'm going to do it. Oh, there's a hole. Now I'm going to bolt the exhaust, the screamer back on and see what happens. So, kind of what I expected. But, only, that's alright. As I said, I am changing the whole front end, so this is kind of a test. But, a little bit off. So now, since it's already butchered, I don't need to worry about the Dremel. Just gonna kind of trace where I kind of need to, like so, and kind of just follow it roughly, and just keep cutting it. We have a hole. Like this gap is alright, follow. This one's huge, this one's huge. So, if you do this, make sure you have your fender on so it wraps properly. But all, I can live with that. Oops, sorry, Shay. Watch your bud. I can live with that for a hood that's not gonna stay, and it's temporary. And it actually is a pretty good height. So, happy days. That's literally where the pipe ended me. That's where it's gonna end. That's me hood exit, mate. Hey. Other than the hole, she actually looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with how the old Intex turning out. Nice. What exit? So, that is the end for this one. This was delayed from the last one. The last one was delayed from the last one. As I mentioned, financials are hard, especially when you're trying to build race cars and you're broke. So, that doesn't matter. Different story. That's the end for this one. As always, if you enjoy, comment, subscribe. Lots of cool projects coming. I am buying a drift car pretty soon in the next between 2 to 4 months, which will basically be working. I'm just going to do all the suspension. Not going to say what the car is yet, but all the suspension's done. So lock kits, rear suspension, everything can be done. So that's going to go to the track and it's just going to work, and we're just going to go drifting. So that's going to be fun. Track content, almost done. Track content, comment, subscribe. Next one, intake, intercooler, TIG welding, almost there.